Darian Murphy. Do you want to read this one, Rachel? I think it's directed to you.
Yeah.
No, like out loud.
Oh. Here we go. First girl, serious advice. You need to stop making decisions and choices. Find a man in your family who is sensible and who really cares about you. And just take their advice seriously. Also, abandon feminism. It's truly poison. Okay, you guys are all just like really misogynistic. I don't necessarily need a man to tell me. I also have females who can support me. I feel like women and men can both provide that.
Wait,
So
what is misogynistic about his statement here?
Well, I don't know why it has to be a man. Why does it have to be a man? I think the problem
why
is
is that?
well, I would
I'm
say
not sure
most
why
of
that's
my-
misogynistic,
I would say,
but
no, not that. I mean, like, never
what's
mind.
how do you define misogyny?
There's a lot of answers up there, Brian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, how do you define misogyny?
I don't know. I don't like this.
What? I'm just asking how you define misogyny.
Can I go?
Are you okay? Like, do you want to go as in leave? Is it because I asked how you define misogyny? Is that the...
No.
I wanted to make sure that we were like talking about, because in a debate, it's very important that both people are talking about the same thing, and both people have things defined.
Well, I'm not going to answer how I'm using this in the context because I have signed a waiver.
Wait, what?
Never mind. I don't.
Do you want to just take a little breather? Or you could just stay at the table. I mean...
No, I'd like to go home, if that's allowed.
Because I asked about how you define misogyny. That was the precipitating thing. I've said some way more...
I don't know. He's asking me to abandon feminism. It's like, do you even know what feminism is? It's like, hey, I was never the one that's been like sitting here wanting a man to be a man.
Wait,
Just-
what? Well, let's talk.
just
Let's
like
try
to
to
go
talk.
home.
Well, let's try to talk it through. Let's try to get to the bottom of this, because it seems like it's a position you're really strong on, and we'd like to hear your stance. Nick. So let me try to maybe parse what he was saying. So Darian Murphy, he was saying abandon feminism. You object to that, which is fine. You also objected to him saying find a man. You can certainly find like a strong woman in your family to guide you too.
The reality is like, it doesn't matter about other people. Like, the only person that can fix you is yourself.
Yeah. But you can always go to like a parental figure.
Also, you're already talking about like pornography and like no man is going to marry, like, yes, there are men that will marry women that do pornography, but you were also talking about how there's a lot of men that are judgmental of that and like things being potentially
Sure.
online forever.
Yeah.
It's like, this is like literally no different for me. Like, for me, it's like anyone can look this up. I thought this was going to be like some little student podcast that like maybe 5 people listen to. I have no idea.
But okay, so are you just on the adult content thing? Do you object to men having a preference for not dating women who have been engaged in that kind of adult content?
No, I think it's really ridiculous that guys are. Also, I've had a lot of guys sit there and complain about how they're jealous that women can actually go into that profession because a lot of males do not feel like they have a platform in that business. And I do think it's an industry. I do think it's a business. I respect it. It's good. It's dandy. Can I please go home?
If you, yeah, no, look, if you want to leave, you can leave. I was hoping we could continue having a conversation, but,
Just let her go.
okay. I mean, if you're leaving, we can't really offer that, but okay. What? Did it? Bro, I don't know. The chat's like, what? I'm trying to like have a conversation about it. Okay, whatever.
I think that was the first time in her life she was faced with like the truth of and the consequences of her actions, and
I think she was just like gathering like everything she said
Yeah.
on here, and it just hit her kind of. I could see that in a bit.
Bro, I mean, like, everyone in the chat's like, bro, let her go. Like, I'm trying to reel her back into the conversation. She was upset. I don't know if it was that super chat that got her or me asking her to define what misogyny is. But like,
But if she was just
that
like,
was really a pretty tame conversation. Bro, okay. I was trying to like, she was having a reaction. I was trying to like calm her down by talking to her. The chat wants to white knight, then fine, whatever. So, okay, whatever, bro. Bro, like, it is what it is. I'm gonna read a couple chats. Let's see. Kate Robinson, thank you for your honesty. You have made me laugh a lot. Or Rachel, question mark, what's your cat's name? She left. Sorry, Kate. Let me see if we have any other chats. But I mean, was that crocodile tears? I don't know.
what do you mean? Like,
I think it was the first
What's
time in her
funny
life.
is, what's actually funny is, if I can just like be meta and address it, is she started crying and then you started reassuring her, even though you disagree with her.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't prepared to step up and actually be like, because once the tears come out,
Yeah.
you're going to placate her. But that does nothing to actually address, and Chad is roasting me here, but like,
Simps.
I don't think it was.
it's
anything,
white
like,
knighting. It's fucking
specific.
white knighting.
Guys
what
fall
was
for that a lot in arguments, like girls crying, but they shouldn't fall for it because it kind of gives into the girl, and like then they end up, doing habits like that, just crying to get out of
Well,
arguments.
the way I see it though is like this is the first time in her life where she's like, oh shit, these actions I've done in my past like are gonna have consequences, because I don't think she's ever thought about like there are consequences of what I've done in all these stories, and it's gonna like it's shaping her as like who she is as a human, and now she has to like
She just
deal with
probably
it. And I don't
regrets a
think
lot
she
of the
ever
shit
like
that she
has
said.
processed
Hey, like,
what she's gone through, and for the first time she's like, wow, I've gone through a lot of stuff and I need to process this, and
It was
I think that's what made her emotional.
Honestly, yeah, the chat was spamming, and maybe this is why I ultimately I should have probably tried to keep her here and allow her to talk through what she was feeling, but the chat was like, Brian, let her go. You're exploiting her, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yo, let's talk through what she is going through. Like, honestly, if any of you said like we're again, just unsubscribe. Like, if those of you who are like, I literally asked her how she defined misogyny, and that made her cry. I'm sorry. Like, there's way heavier fucking shit going on in the world than asking somebody sitting at a table how you define misogyny. I get that there was other conversations going on during the table, But like, holy shit, chat. Like, if you think that I was like being a dickhead, fucking unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. I don't want you as a viewer. Unsubscribe. Like, I'm not gonna be fucking guilt tripped here because I was literally asking her how she defined a word she fucking used. I was trying to understand her position. And then she's gonna start. Okay, whatever, bro.
It was probably.
And Maddie over here didn't have my fucking back. She was like, "Oh, you should."
Let's not drag other people into it.
What do you mean?
Let's just move on.
I
Not.
honestly don't think it had anything to do with you, anything you said. I think it was just.
It was probably
more,
more so
her
the super
own
chat.
life.
Huh?
Yeah.
I think it was just more her own life overwhelmed her. She's like, she
looked like she wanted to cry for a while.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm. I think it was a culmination of everything. It just was building up. So.
Okay, whatever. I don't even know. I mean, obviously the super chat was kind of digging into her a little bit, but I just asked her how she defined misogyny, so whatever. But no, Maddie, you were like, oh, just let her go, whatever. I
I
don't know.
just don't think keeping her here crying would have done any better. Like, she was already so set that she wanted to leave. Like, she was super uncomfortable, so I wasn't gonna like.
Well, I wasn't forcing her, but I was trying to like,
Yeah, I understand
okay,
that. I think you
relax.
handled it well. Like,
let's,
you weren't.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you
No,
handled
but-
it well. It was just like it wouldn't have done us any justice. Just had her sitting here crying the whole time.
Because if I immediately was like, oh, okay, like go ahead and leave, I wanted to try to like reel her back in, be like, it's
yeah,
okay,
and I thought
it's
it was
okay.
working. Like, it was.
No,
working.
I was trying.
Like, I, thought,
I was
yeah,
trying
she
a little
started
bit.
talking again. Like, she
yeah.
chilled down on the crying and started talking. So I thought it was fine, but.
Okay, all right. All right. I don't know. I saw like literally every chat I saw. Now it seems like the chat is kind of back in my court a little bit. But like every chat I saw was like, L. Brian, let her leave, let her leave. Like every single one. So I don't know. I wasn't like forcing her to stay here. I was just trying to like, it's okay. We can talk about it. No big deal. So whatever.